Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing using WordPress as a tracking tool. Now one of the things you'll want to do is to track your team's activity by using your WordPress website. You'll be able to look at a glance at what the most popular information on your site is. You'll also be able to tell how much of your site's traffic is from those who are prospects versus those who are on your team. There are a number of paid and free third-party tracking tools, but the most notable is Google Analytics. Google Analytics has a free version that they make available to people that want to track their site activity. In fact, you can make the integration simple by using the plugin system. Now you can designate exactly what activity you want to track and have it sent to you on a regular basis. As you can see, there are reports on the dashboard, and then you can actually have those reports sent to you by email. Now, certain third-party tools can give you information on links that were clicked, as well as whether or not they interact with the content or not. Tools like the Simple Click Tracker. Now, because WordPress makes it easy by allowing users to place embed codes on pages and posts, you can use Google Analytics or any third-party tool. Now, many autoresponder companies like Aweber have tracking codes that you can place on your website so that you'll be able to see the interplay between your email and your website. And they make the code available in their reports area. Now, this is something you'll want to fit within the context of your business because there are technical aspects that can become a distraction to your core business activity if you focus on them exclusively. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to discuss using WordPress as a sales tool. Now in the course of your business, you will need to be able to create attractive sales and bridge or bonus pages to accelerate a prospect's desire to buy from you. Now doing this inside of WordPress can be challenging if you don't know some coding. Now add to this the necessity of making your content mobile responsive, and you'd need a focus shift to create sales and marketing pages yourself. Now marketers typically purchase third-party systems of either plugins or themes that will help them to create these pages. You may recognize some of the system names, such as OptimizePress and Instabuilder. These systems and others like them allow you to use your WordPress website to host attractive marketing pages. Now, page builders typically come with a drag and drop capability of your being able to add in sales and marketing elements to create scarcity with things like countdown timers, to provide video with things like video players, to provide list building opportunities and different forms of opt-in pages and boxes. Note that in most cases, the blog page creating aspect is never going to be as strong as the feature to create sales and marketing pages when you buy these third-party tools. Now, each of these tools varies in complexity, and you'll want to make sure that you try to find the right one for you before you actually invest. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing using WordPress to document your team information and progress. Now, keeping a chronicle of what your team did and accomplished can help you in a number of ways. It can serve as an encouragement for new team members to see where leaders started before their success with your team. It can also serve as a blueprint when members of your team or downline begin to create their own organization. Therefore, it's a good idea to take time to create posts as things are happening with you or your organization. You want to make sure each post is categorized appropriately. This will keep people from being confused about different activities you're involved in. Now, you can make the post private, as discussed earlier, by password protecting certain posts. This will be especially helpful when your team is developing a method that you may later want to sell to the general public. The documentation process will aid you if you want to take what you did and provide proof that your method works. Now lastly, this may be a case where you won't want your comments to be made public. That being the case, you'll want to respond to your team and downline through additional posts instead of in the comments area. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to conclude this course and start with the question of whether or not you should include a contact form on your WordPress website. Now, if you're going to sell things on your WordPress site, you may be considering using a contact form. In some cases, you can get a plugin that does this, as well as a theme with the function of contact form built in. However, WordPress's core functionality relies on your server to send email. In some cases, this email is easily blocked by internet service providers and ends up being undelivered. So you'll want to be careful about relying on a contact form using WordPress. This is especially true when you have prospects visiting your site and leaving messages. Now, there's a fairly technical setup that will allow you to use an email sender like Mandrill or SendGrid. And you can use these systems in conjunction with server-based technology like OSTicket. However, if this is beyond your technical desire, it's better to rely on some kind of cloud-based help desk service such as Zendesk or Freshdesk. This will ensure delivery and help you to keep a record of your contacts and help you to respond quickly. In conclusion, as you can see, WordPress is customizable to what you need for communication in your business. You've seen specialized functions. You've heard the discussion on WordPress as a sales tool. And you've been given insight on using WordPress to train and track your team's activity. Documentation for public and private interaction was covered. And of course, a review was done of basic functions. You now know how WordPress can help you in your network marketing business. Now, you'll want to engage further so that you can learn exactly how to implement WordPress in your business. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I'll see you either in another video or in another course. Using WordPress to grow your home business. Now, as a network marketer, your success will depend on your ability to get and keep others involved in your team and your organization. Now, if you can help others accomplish their goals, they're likely to continue to do business with you even when a particular company is no longer doing business. The key in this is opening up a line of communication to your team, your prospects, your downline, and your upline. However, now, in this age of information, there are likely to be people connected with you in different parts of the world on fully different time zones. How do you make the most of your time by communicating things once, while at the same time getting information to the most vital of your stakeholders? Now, some have turned to social media for this function. And why not? Look, since some people are already on sites like Facebook, isn't it best to leverage them? And the answer, of course, is yes and no. Now, in some cases, there will be people who don't want to be on that platform. Do you really want to turn them away because they'd rather not join Facebook or some other social network? Look, second is the distraction of advertising and personal issues and entertainment, all of which happens on social networks. Now, of course, this is going to work to your advantage when you are advertising, but it could work against your best interest if you want to hold your team's vital information on that social network. Now, this means that you can still find a use for having a website of your own that you control. Now, that website will be central to your business without the distractions that social media brings. You'll also want to customize the website as your business changes. Now, to have a website that allows you to customize it without having to know the technical aspects of coding, you can use the WordPress platform. This course will focus on the use of WordPress as a tool to help you communicate in ways that help you to build your network marketing business and your personal brand. With that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to be discussing using WordPress for private team interactions. Now, depending on how you want to work with your team, there will be times when you'll want to make information easily accessible to them without the pages or posts being made public. Now, this is because you want to document the progress your team is making and to be able to show prospects that you have an active organization. Now, you can use the tools in WordPress to do this without much specialized knowledge. Now, one of the easiest ways to do this is to make sure that the posts or pages for a specific team are password protected. The password protection can be set at any time that you actually create the post. As you can see, when you're creating a post, you can go to the visibility section, and all you need to do is to click password protected. Now, this can be done without additional plugins or third-party software. Now, another way to do this is to make your entire site invisible to the search engines. You can designate in your WordPress settings that you want to discourage search engines from making your content available. And you can see that it's as simple as checking a button inside your WordPress site. Now, the upside is that all of your information will be private, but the downside is that you'll forfeit all of the brand building elements of WordPress. Marketers who are willing to invest more time into their site can download membership-style plugins like S2 Member. And as you can see here, S2 Member has a free version right here. Now, these plugins force users to log in order to see content. However, they do require a fair amount of technical knowledge to start and maintain the site. Now, there are also paid membership plugins like Wishlist Member and MemberSonic, both of which keep certain content private and certain content public. Now, the next video will discuss one of the purposes of private content in your network marketing business. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to be discussing using WordPress for collaboration. Now, one of the ways you can get more exposure into your marketing funnel is to leverage the following of other network marketers or internet marketers. And you can do this through joint ventures and affiliate marketing methods. Now, a joint venture is work that you do with another marketer to produce a specific product or service to sell. Affiliate marketing is a product that you offer that another marketer can promote to their list of subscribers. When that marketer makes a sale, you'd pay them a sales commission since they did the work of attracting the actual buyer. Now, affiliate marketing also works in the other way. You can actually promote the work of another marketer using a special coded link and be paid an affiliate commission. Now, the discussion in this video is going to focus primarily on joint ventures. WordPress offers a good alternative for marketers who want to use their site for collaboration. You can give another person the ability to create posts and/or pages on your site with their own content. In the industry, this is called guest blogging. But there's more to it than just writing. By giving people the opportunity to post content on your site, they're likely to attract someone totally different than you ordinarily do. And because they're able to create pages and posts, they can present just about any kind of content they're most comfortable with, including written content, audio content, and video content. Now, in order to make it worth their time, you want to give them permission to post links to their activity at the end of their post. However, you can still use the tools in WordPress for the guest post to pitch your product and opt-in opportunities. You can and should use a widget with your most successful offer, which will appear on all pages, including the guest post. You can also get WordPress plugins that will allow you to display the most read or most popular posts to your visitors. This will mean that readers will always have the opportunity to see and experience new content you create, even when they're reading the guest post of the marketer that you are collaborating with. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to be discussing why you want to use WordPress. Now, one of the most attractive features about the WordPress platform is that it's free to use. Now, some marketers use the free hosted platform that WordPress provides through its WordPress.com website. Now, this platform, since the hosting is free, is shared by millions worldwide and is somewhat limiting in what you're able to do to customize the look and the function. However, if you're willing and able to invest in your own hosting, you'll be able to use the free software to build out your website platform. The WordPress actually maintains the platform through its centrally located hub, sending updates to users to keep your site safe from spammers and hackers and identity thieves. Now, instead of free, it's probably more accurate to call WordPress an open source platform. That means that programmers with the source code can design different looks, which are called themes, and functionality, which is called plugins, for users that have specific goals and problems. Now, these developers are able to create a wide range of applications to the platform that they can either give away, sell, or provide lead generation versions, which they call the light version, and then allow people to upgrade by paying to the pro version. So developers are constantly solving the problems that individuals have, so that just about anything you need a website to do has already been provided or can be developed. And you can tell this if you do a simple Google, Bing, or Yahoo search for WordPress themes or WordPress plugins. Now, in most cases, WordPress will not require that the person that's updating the site either know or understand anything about coding. If a user can write, type, or operate a mouse, and that's you, this is going to be more than enough skill required to operate a WordPress site successfully. A user that's already learned skills of creating hyperlinks, font effects, and placing images will already find that they are able to control a great deal of activity on their WordPress website. Now, due to the nature of available functionality and ease of use and its basic free costs, you have a platform that's flexible enough to handle the dynamic nature of your personal and business relationships in the industry. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing using WordPress to create additional income. Now, because you'll be inviting both prospects and customers to your website for basic information, team information, and for updates, you will have a captive audience the longer you stay involved in network marketing. That means that you will have built a source of traffic to your website even if you do nothing with SEO, social media, or paid advertising. Now, not everybody who comes to your website will be ready to join your opportunity. However, they're obviously on their site because they're interested in generating more income, whether online or offline. You can and should use your WordPress site to make tools and training available to them that will help them to develop as an entrepreneur. They can be tools and training that you have personally created, or they can be hand-picked options that you can test that will help them. You can use some of the built-in features of WordPress to remind your site visitors of these options when they visit the page. Use your WordPress widgets to allow website visitors to see the options in the sidebar regardless of what page they might visit. Use WordPress posts to tell your visitors about new tools and training created by others that you believe will be helpful to them by providing them your affiliate link to buy them. Use the easy-to-edit feature to add a YouTube video with a demo of how the software can be used to help them accomplish certain goals. Add photos and illustrations to the post that show the site visitors exactly how they can benefit quickly. Use the text field to update with additional bonuses until you find that your visitors are buying the product that you are promoting. Use WordPress pages in the very same way to give site visitors advice on what they need for success in network marketing. Do you have a list of books you can sell, whether or not you wrote them, or you have an Amazon affiliate link for those that others wrote? Do you have a growing list of recommended resources on tools and infrastructure such as autoresponders, domains, hosting? You can use WordPress pages and widgets together to provide constant reminders to your existing team members and customers to upgrade their membership and associate levels. Now, what many marketers do is use the tools available from the companies they're working with, such as online banners and images. They will post the images in their WordPress widgets so that everyone can see them regardless of what page they visit. Now, those links will then lead to a page where the marketer explains the real benefit of upgrading, or even to a version of the company presentation. Now, ultimately, bringing people to your site and giving them options to make purchases that will benefit them means that you will be maximizing your effort and earnings with your existing customers before expending energy, time, and resources on new ones. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing using WordPress as a training tool. When you have new teammates or members added to your downline, you want them to have all of the information they need to be successful. Some of that information will be exactly what the company says about the opportunity. But often, you will have some insight on information that has not yet been written down, and of course, you want your team to know about it. You can use your WordPress site to make sure your team and your downline remains on the cutting edge of what needs to be done to grow their network marketing business. Now, whether you're using a post or a page, you can embed multimedia content into them. That means that if you completed a training by webinar, all you'll need is the embed HTML code to add it to your WordPress site. In fact, as long as the content you're using has an embed code, you can even stream live right from your site. Now you'll see if you're working with a YouTube video that all you'll need to do is to click the share button, and then you will see the link that says embed. And this will give you the HTML code. All you need to do is to copy that code. And then you'd make that code available inside of your posting area. You just saw a static YouTube video, and YouTube Live has an embed code for their live stream, which means that you can stream their videos to your site. And you'll see that inside of your live streaming area. And if you were to pick any one of these videos that you were going to stream, what you would do is you would go and get the same code. Now this is an important thing to do because while they're doing that, you can actually make other resources available, either for free or for sale, to help your team and downline understand how to make the best use of the information that you were sharing with them. Now, WordPress can also serve as a time-stamped archive for your training. Your posts will be automatically categorized by date. All you'd have to do is to make sure that links to the replay were posted appropriately. With the use of third-party plugins, you can actually make additional training available to those that actually purchase some of the content. Now, the WordPress plugin, Download Express, allows you to keep certain posts and their content private. So whether free or paid, live or archived, you can make your WordPress site into a training center for your team. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to be discussing using WordPress to create your own unique brand. Now, when you decide to ask someone to check out your new or existing opportunity, you want to have built some level of trust with the person prior to doing so, if at all possible. You want the person to have found you, read about you, listened to your training, your philosophy, and your values before they join your team. This will often set you apart from others in the industry and even within the same opportunity. Now, this is made easy when you have an existing website that you can direct people to or that they can find themselves through a search engine or through social media. Your WordPress website can help you to communicate this brand consistently. You can use WordPress pages to continually craft the way you want your team to do business. You can use WordPress posts to demonstrate this through updates on your training, your team successes, and your personal awards. Now, you can use WordPress media uploads to post links to multimedia content from platforms like iTunes and YouTube. You can use the comment area to be transparent with your interactions with team members and leaders and prospects. You can post photos that reinforce the things that your team is doing to achieve success. And with WordPress, you have the flexibility of making this kind of content opportunity specific or usable for all opportunities you're involved in. Your WordPress site should display, without you having to state it, why someone should join you over any other opportunity. Now, this can work to weed out those who join strictly on the basis of price of the entry fee, monthly fee, or special fees. Ultimately, you want people to have seen enough of what you're about to know if they're willing to work to your standards. You also want to have it in writing exactly what your expectations are so that you can direct everyone that becomes part of your organization to read it. When changes must be made, you can do so in seconds, rather than waiting for an assistant or an outsourcer. Now, having this information available about you and the way you do business can be the difference between having congruent team members or not having them. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, in this video, we're going to be discussing using your website as a home base for your business. Now, as a network marketer, you will find that some of the opportunities that you choose to be involved in are going to put you in a good position for the long term, providing you a stable, residual monthly income. Now, other activities take time before they're going to provide you the kind of income that you can rely on. Now, in some cases, this is going to be due to the nature of the company you're involved in, how it grows in being effective in executing its plan. In other cases, it's due to the associate's level of effectiveness with that company. In other cases, a company may even cease to operate, whether you and other team members see the writing on the wall or not. Now, the constant in all of these cases is the following, the brand, and the reputation you build with other networkers in the industry. Now, this means if you haven't started doing so already, you'll want to build some assets that you can use regardless of the stage a particular company's in that you're choosing to work with. For example, you may find that you've used a certain company's convenient tools for training, tracking prospects, and communicating information to your team. Because those tools are typically easy to use, you rely on them for working with your prospects and team members. But as was indicated above, a company can cease to operate just as quickly as it began. This could mean that the time you've invested in learning, using, and even teaching the tools that you've operated may no longer be available to you in the same way. The solution to this kind of dilemma is to operate, maintain, and to update your own website. This would mean that regardless of the company you're working with, prospects and teammates will know to visit your personal website to keep up with the activity you're involved in. Now, the problem with doing this is that you may be good at both selling and recruiting people into a team, just not very technical when it comes to creating and maintaining websites. Also, depending on where you are in your journey, it may not be practical or cost effective to hire out the changes that you'll need to make from day to day to a website. As you probably have already discovered, network marketing is a dynamic profession that is constantly changing on a daily basis. That means your efforts need consistent updating so that you can communicate properly to the people that are depending on and following you. The activity on your website will need to reflect that and will probably need to be updated on almost a daily basis. You'll need then a website that's easy to apply updated information, apply different functions, and apply different appearances. WordPress will fit all of these parameters. It's easy to update with new information once you understand its basic functions. It's easy to add different functionality and customization to the site through its plugin system. And it's easy to add and customize its appearance through its theming system. Having your own easy to customize and update website means that you can operate your business with yourself as the center and hub instead of any one company you're involved in. At the same time, it allows you to keep your activities focused and separate so that you don't confuse prospects and teammates. Using your website as home base for your networking business means it's easy to brand around the trust you build with the individuals within the various opportunities you may work with over the years. It will allow you to generate leads that aren't specific to any particular opportunity so that you can help the individuals you resonate with to find an area that they might be most successful in. And it will allow you to create additional income opportunities for your business through the individuals searching for helpful tools, tips, and training. Of course, this would be true of any website platform that you find through your web host or even through another network marketing company. It's important then to discuss why WordPress will be a good alternative for you as long as you're involved in the network marketing industry. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing some of the specialized functions inside of WordPress. Now, as was mentioned earlier, WordPress can be used to create a number of different kinds of websites that serve different functions for you. Now, in order to figure out if you can download or purchase a solution, you'll want to use the following search parameters. Assuming that you want to turn your site into an appointment calendar, here is what you would search in Bing, Yahoo, or Google. You would search WP Theme Appointment Calendar, or you'd search WordPress appointment calendar, or even WP plugin appointment calendar, or WordPress appointment calendar. So let's take a look. And you'll see these searches. WP theme appointment calendar, and you'll see that there are about 789,000 results. WordPress appointment calendar, you'll see that there are 753,000 results. WordPress plugin appointment calendar, you'll see that there are about 639,000 results. And WordPress appointment calendar. So you'll want to use these search parameters so you can find if there's going to be something available that someone's created for you to be able to use, depending on what your function is or what your search parameters are going to be. Now, in some cases, the solution will already be in the WordPress library and won't cost anything to implement it. And you'll see this may be the case if you go searching for something like a plugin. Now, when that is the case, you are going to need to be careful. This kind of solution relies on an open source model of support. That means that the user community may run into a problem and figure it out together. Now, waiting for this to happen, this could be valuable time that you spend doing something that may or may not contribute directly to your cash flow. Now, if the function is something you really want, your time will ultimately be more valuable than what you'd save in getting a free solution. If you can pay and get support, this may be the best way to execute the solution when you're looking for a specialized function. You can then spend your time using the tool that you purchase and marketing, rather than working with the technical aspects of getting it to work. Now, here are some examples of different ways to reimagine and customize a WordPress site. You can purchase plugins that will turn your site into a survey mechanism or a quiz mechanism. You can even purchase a plugin that will turn your site into a book writing process. You can turn your site into a task manager using a theme and or plugin, a project manager, an e-commerce site, a business directory, a coupon site, a job board, or even an auction page. The one thing to note is that you can sometimes install WordPress on the same domain with different subdirectories. This would mean that you could set up a WordPress site on yourdomain.com and put an appointment calendar there. You could then set up a separate WordPress site on yourdomain.com/book, or using the subdirectory, and put a book writing plugin on that site. In other words, you'd have two separate installations of WordPress using two different functions. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing basics of the WordPress platform. Now, as a network marketer, you'll want to know the basic function and purpose of a few things in WordPress before you begin to start using them. Now, because it's so flexible, customizable, and open source, there are many options available that can be overwhelming and keep you from using WordPress as a tool in your arsenal as a marketer. Now, the technical aspect of WordPress is easy to understand how to use, but knowing what to do with the platform as a network marketer will keep you from getting sidetracked. Now, it's best to provide a discussion of the customizable elements that you will be using in most of your networking business. Now, in the dashboard area, that some people call your site's back office, you'll see an area for posts. And in your dashboard area, you'll see it on the left-hand side menu. If you hover over it, you'll see that the posting section has all posts, add new post, categories, and tags within the sub menu. Now, this is a feature that you'll be using for updates, news, and things that are basically non-permanent aspects of your business. You want to talk about a change in the comp plan, you'll use a post. If you want to talk about an upcoming training, use a post. You want to talk about your thoughts on a particular way of doing business, use a post. Now, someone who reads your posts on a regular basis will know what's going on in your business from day to day. Now, if you are a social media user and you understand the concept of a news feed, consider posting as the news feed of your website and your personal network marketing brand. Now, you can add any kind of content that you like to a post. You can write out your thoughts into a blog post. You can write out some short thoughts and add in an audio or video. You can add in images and do a brief explanation as to their importance. If you can think of a kind of content, you can use your WordPress post to communicate it. Typically, a visitor will see the titles of multiple posts so that they can find other content that they're interested in. The posts are dated, and a visitor will typically experience them in chronological order. Posts are organized by categories, which you will specify when you create them, and which users can search by and read them. Because of the nature of the newsfeed aspect of posts, WordPress makes available a comments area. And you'll see it in the back office here. And as you can see at this point, there are no comments. And when a visitor comes to your site, they'll have the opportunity to post a response. Your readers can make comments on what you share in your post, and you'll get notification of them in your email. You'll be able to write or post a response to them on the actual site, to which they will get a notification at their email address. Now, this is a great tool for social proof and can be attractive to prospects who want to know what it's like to work with you and your team. It's also a good way to keep your hand on the pulse of your team and your prospects. You'll also see the Pages section inside of WordPress. And you'll see that area on the left side menu. If you hover over the link, you'll see where you can look at all the pages, and you can actually add or create a new page. Now, pages are the places on your site where you'll be communicating permanent to semi-permanent information about you and your network marketing business. Do you have a philosophy on how you do network marketing? Use a page. Do you want to provide information about your primary opportunity? Use a page. Do you want to tell someone who you are and what you've been doing as an entrepreneur? Use a page. Do you want to sell a training product? Use a page for your sales letter. Like posts, pages can hold any kind of content or information that you want to communicate. They can be organized by both the navigational menu or the other pages. Now, since pages communicate longer-term information, you want to make sure that the information will make sense on your site in future months. Pages are typically undated and do say to your visitor that you're communicating something that's unlikely to change. More item you'll see in the dashboard is the Appearance section. Now, this is where you can customize the look of the site. You can change the entire theme of the site in order to totally make it over and change its look. Now, WordPress does have some free themes available, and as you advance in your understanding of WordPress, you can purchase a theme to use. As we are in the back office, you'll see that there's a link for the appearance. If we hover over it, we can see that there are themes, customization, widgets, menus, and editor, all ways that we can actually customize our WordPress website. And as you've just seen, you can change the look of individual pages by using widgets. Widgets are ways that you can add HTML code to just about anything within reason and will appear on the Now, widgets are ways that you can add in HTML code to just about anything within reason and will appear on all of the pages that you designate. For example, do you want to add an opt-in form and have it appear on all of the posts and pages? If so, you would use a widget for this purpose. Finally, there's a section of the site called plugins. Plugins will allow you to change how your site works as well as what it actually does. Now, a plugin is typically created by a developer who understands WordPress and makes it available for a fee or even a limited version available. Now, a plugin is typically created by a developer who understands WordPress and makes it available for a fee or even a limited version. Now, a plugin is typically created by a developer who understands WordPress and makes it available for a fee or an even Now, a plugin is typically created by a developer who understands WordPress and makes it available for a fee and Now, a plugin is typically created by a developer who understands WordPress and makes it available for a fee and or even a limited version available for free. Now, you can change the entire purpose of a site with just one plugin. For example, you could change the site into an appointment calendar with a plugin. You could change your WordPress site into an online class marketplace or a real estate for sale site. There is no limit to what developers can come up with and what you have access to use. Now, while there are a few more things technical in nature that would benefit you, to WordPress technical in nature that would benefit you, those are the basic functions of WordPress. Anyone that has used a mouse or keyboard will be able to navigate WordPress and change its content. Now, the key is knowing what you want to accomplish in your network marketing business and then using the tools that these basics provide to you. Now, in many cases, purchasing business tools for WordPress, such as OptimizePress, which gives you business and sales pages, or Wishlist Member, which gives you a membership site, make it easier to turn WordPress into a tool for monetization. But even if you were to choose these tools in WordPress as use the tools in WordPress as is, you can use your site to maintain and grow your network marketing business. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing using WordPress to build a database or list of prospects and customers. Now, as a network marketer, it's likely that you will be involved with more than one company over the course of your life. Because of that, it'll be your responsibility to maintain your database of contacts as you recruit and sell. Even while you're working in a profitable opportunity, you can be a great leader with excellent training and you will still lose people. You must maintain a constant flow of prospects into your business if you're going to not only maintain your business, but also to grow it. Now, this means you'll always want to be in list building mode. Now, you've probably encountered some contact database companies like Aweber, GetResponse, or Constant Contact. Now, these companies hold your contacts and keep you in compliance with spam laws by making them available for emailing when they have confirmed their intentions to receive emails from you. Typically, this occurs through a process called double opt-in. The prospect puts in their name and email address into a form on your website. They're then sent an email asking that they confirm that they want to receive email. They click a link to confirm and then they're added to your contact list. Now, this process normally takes place on a special page called a squeeze or opt-in page. WordPress makes creating these pages easy through the use of its themes and plugins. As a marketer, you can either purchase a theme or plugin that will allow you to use pages and posts to create opt-in forms. Using one of the various plugins and or themes, you can connect to an autoresponder and make certain lists available. This process is important to understand. First, you can create different opt-in pages for different occasions on the calendar. Second, you can create different opt-in pages for different opportunities. Third, you can create different opt-in pages for special training or special purposes. By keeping contact of the prospects and customers that come in contact with your brand, your email list becomes one of your most important assets. For example, if you were to start over in a new network marketing opportunity because the one you're in suddenly decides not to do business, you'd want to contact teammates and let them know. And if you'd spent time and effort training these team members, it would be in their best interest to keep in contact with you. Furthermore, if these contacts were the source of your profit, then you'll want to tell them what you're doing so they can join you in whatever you're doing next. So there are several things that you can do to use WordPress to assist you in the process of getting people into your contact database. Use widgets to keep an opt-in offer in front of your visitors every place they go on the site. Make menu items available that promise your site visitors some benefit when they visit the page where your opt-in is. Answer comments with links to free reports that you have available on the site. Create new posts routinely that solve major problems people have in your market and share them across social media. And finally, use your category pages as an opportunity to invite people to solve certain problems that a free report that you create actually addresses. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.